All right, another youngster who's maturing rather nicely. Akaash Bhatia aiming to make it a perfect 10 tonight as he steps up to 8-round level. Stylish, confident, quick hands, usually entertaining. Against Vladimir Borov from Bulgaria. Been in with some of Britain's best of late, including Michael Hunter and Michael Gomez. We can join the action in round 6.
Williamson keeping the Bhatia cut under control. And the fighter himself doing the business in the ring. Boxing nicely, picking up these rounds. And look really good in the 5th. 3 to go. And I guess the question is now, can he get rid of Borov within the distance?
Well, if it happens, it's a bonus, but I mean, this has been an excellent performance. It's been controlled, nothing silly, hasn't taken any silly punches, never become frustrated. So really, a good night's work all the way around. The stoppage will just be the icing on the cake.
6th time Akaash Bhatia has fought here at the York Hall Bethnal Green. Knows the venue very well. Fans like coming out to see him. He's got one of those eye-catching styles, throws lots of punches, pretty accurate, exciting.
Yep, a very attractive style. As I said earlier, I wonder that in a couple of his earlier fights that he wasn't scoring more stoppages. He's not a massive puncher, but you wouldn't change too much of what he's doing.
Good work with his feet there as well, as you were saying earlier.
And again, that look as though of discouragement on Borov's face. Body shot did that.
There's a right to the head as well. There's a left to the body. Blocked there by Borov, but he's having to try and react quicker and quicker to keep Bhatia off him.
Borov really struggling with the volume of the punches coming his way now. They're coming from every angle, struggling to cope with it.
Over a minute left in the 6th round, and again he just glances at the corner, Borov.
Well, this is really the time against these experienced guys. If you're hoping for a stoppage, this is when you go for it, because if they get close to the final bell, then they'll find a way to grit their teeth and grind it out. But when they've been stopped before, if you get them under pressure early enough in a fight, then you can maybe sicken them that little bit and force the stoppage. But Bhatia's doing everything but scoring the stoppage at the moment.
And of course these journeymen, Jim, if they can, want to cling on, so they get a payday next week or the week after.
Of course, that's what I mean when I say if they can see the light at the end of the tunnel, if they get close to the last round, then they become that bit tougher to get out of there. A lovely left hook.
Good work there from Akaash Bhatia. Keeping his quality pretty much all the way through this. This will become the furthest he's been in a professional ring, and that's another little tick to the box. 6 rounds done. 6 rounds done well.
Yeah, it's good. Keep it going. Keep it going. That's a bit better. I like the way you respond. Pardon? I like the way you responded, yeah? Keep it going. Keep it going.
No, well, that was another excellent round. It kept the volume of the punches up. Another round where Borov struggling to cope, and a couple of times we saw that look on his face again, as though he'll be delighted if he does hear that final bell. Just smooth boxing, accurate punching from Bhatia, doing everything right.
Akaash Bhatia hears the bell for the 7th round for the first time in a career that began here when he beat Christian late over 4 rounds. Looked good against Rakim Mingalayev, the very experienced Eastern European journeyman, and he's looking fairly decent here against Vladimir Borov. He's not done much wrong, has he, Bhatia?
He hasn't really done anything wrong. I mean, I don't think I'll criticise him for anything he's done. He hasn't taken any silly punches. His concentration has never dipped. And he's just kept, you know, a foxy old pro under control all the way through.
Have these prospects got to add a bit of drama to their performances as well?
Well, I mean, Bhatia's he's shaping up as a fairly good ticket seller already. I think that an attractive style is more important. Okay, power, drama, it's that kind of business. Probably as you move up the levels, punching power is a bit more necessary, if you like. But tonight he hits hard enough to gain respect. And here in his first 8 rounds, he set a real good hot pace. It's not really been a competitive fight. He's always been in control, but the pace has been good. Nothing certainly wrong with his condition.
And he's well balanced too. Moves decently, shapes up well.
Yeah, that's what I like about him. The way he uses his legs, just as he's doing it just as I'm saying that. He steps, little half step back, and he's always in a position. He's always well balanced to come back in again with his own punches. You know, he doesn't duck to the side too far. He doesn't sway back from punches. He's certainly been well schooled in his amateur club, and he's carrying that through to his pro style.
Work rate good as well, as there's a cut, and that's a bad one to the left eye of Borov. Well, that may be a breakthrough for Akaash Bhatia. Will that hold out?
I mean, full credit to Borov. I mean, that was another solid body shot he took there, but he's not looking to hold. He's standing straight in front of Bhatia, just trying to block punches. I mean, full credit to the man. I mean, he could be forgiven for spoiling now and turning this into a mess, but he hasn't done that.
Stop Sergei Turtai, also Steve Gethin. Akaash Bhatia, Bob Williams having a closer look at that cut. 20 seconds left in the 7th. Dabs away at it, Borov. And Bhatia surely is going to go for it.
Some good right hands have been landed just in this little spell from Bhatia.
Let him go.
He's dabbing at the cut. Nasty by the left eye for Borov. That's savage, Jim.
Yeah, that's a bad cut. I was actually surprised the corner work. You actually gave him a drink and a gargle before. I mean, you don't bother with that when you come back with such a bad cut. I wonder if they'll think about pulling him out here, because he's not going to be boxing in the next month anyway. Not, I think, the old professional pride, but he'll want to see this out. But that is a nasty one. That's a pity for him.
Yeah, that will keep him out. But he seems determined to see it through.
Yeah, we'll just see heads coming together again. But Borov coming off worse in that little clash. I mean, he's well beaten, he's been stopped before. You wonder, he's out of business for the next month or more. You wonder if they shouldn't be thinking about pulling him out. But this is what fighters are all about, the pride and getting the distance done.
A couple of big gulps of air from Akaash Bhatia, and rather a energetic start to the final session here from both men. There is the grit and heart from Vladimir Borov, who surely hasn't won a round here against Akaash Bhatia. But he's winning, spirited, game and tough. Body shots rattling home from Bhatia, who's still throwing a great deal this late on.
Yeah, this is an impressive pace. His first 8-rounder hasn't been troubled in the slightest. Okay, he's did things pretty much his own way most of the time. I think that was more of a balance thing there with that left hook, kind of caused him to stumble. He wasn't hurt by that.
Good shot from Bhatia. Picked that nicely. And Borov again backs off. Never stop working, Bhatia. Throws the punches. Caught a couple of times late on.
Yeah, which is fair enough. I mean, he's actually going for the stoppage now, you can see that. But I think it's impressive the way he's raised the pace, looked for the stoppage, it hasn't come, but he's stuck with it. He hasn't just gone back down and settled for a points victory. He wants to impress, he's tried to do that. So all round, it's been a good performance.
He's got the family and friends stood up here at ringside, Jim. I think he's trying to give them a final hurrah.
Well, I don't think he's going to hear any complaints at the end of this from his fans. I mean, he is good to watch, he does have that attractive style. Yep, I think they'll just keep his career going the way it is going. Good competitive fights where he's going to learn. Then they'll start thinking of maybe chasing some minor titles.
Yeah, keeping him busy too. 4 fights in 2006, 5 in 2007. Starting this year early enough. He wants to succeed in the sport. And he's made the perfect start, really, Akaash Bhatia. Difficult match against the ungainly journeyman from Bulgaria in Vladimir Borov. But he's dealt with it very well.
Yeah, of course he has. It's a fight he's expected to win. It was the manner of victory that we wanted to see, and I don't think he could have done it any better. That perfect night's work for him.
10 out of 10 for Akaash Bhatia, and Bar picking up a little cut. It was a good night's work. Quality, efficient over Vladimir Borov, who game as ever sees it to the final bell.
Well, Akaash Bhatia there didn't lose a round. The referee Bob Williams scored the fight 80 points to 73. What do you make of Akaash Bhatia? Good start to the pro career, 10 wins out of 10.
Yeah, he's young, he's 24, he's developing a good fight, a learning fight for him. I didn't see anything spectacular tonight. There was no real punching power, no, big combinations flashing in the eye. I think there's an improvement need to be made to get to the championship level yet.